Hello, Kendall from Reddit Whiskey with a recap of our latest war, and this is a great war for another great war for Reddit Whiskey. This one's never really in question right off the bat. We were going for 3 stars, they were going for 2 stars. Again, this is Death Rebels. I think they had 108 war wounds coming in. I'm always surprised with people with that many war wins when they're simply a HoGoWiWiPe clan. But we really had an awesome war, and I've got some great attacks to show you. It was another one that was really difficult to come up with which attacks to show. We're going to start all the way at the top, get a Town Hall 10 attack in. This was NYC, and he started top again, lower level base, definitely very, very rushed, but recognize with these low point defenses, one giant gets the full clan castle pull, so that was perfect. Drops a barbarian here up at the top to kind of drag him, and this is pretty much a go. There's a HoGoWiWiPe maybe is the way to say it, with a few back end hogs. So, but gets the clan castle pull. Everything's kind of going well. I would have changed out some of these archers to add a couple extra barbarians just to kind of help with the CC pull, but neither here nor there. It all kind of works out the same. Gets his first golems down. Really, really good spread. So he's going to be able to get his wall, or the wall breakers in, to get the golems in, and then can immediately get some wizards down to start breaking the trash ring on the outside. In fact, he gets the P.E.K.K.A.s down first, knowing that there's going to be plenty of time for these wizards to break the trash ring. So P.E.K.K.A.s are going in. Puts his jump spell to go ahead and get them right to that single Inferno in tower as quickly as possible. Gets the first freeze down. Perfect. It's under rage. That means it's going to go down quickly. Really nice here. He holds off a little bit before using that next freeze, because there's nothing really that's going to get hurt by that multi-target until these wizards and witches start moving forward. So really good. Able to keep that thing frozen enough that under rage the P.E.K.K.A.s were able to take it out. So everything's kind of pathing through right here. He's got the top half, and just some defenses at the back right here, and then this is where he goes ahead and throws in the hogs, and he doesn't have a heal for them, so they're going to be able to just do kind of what they do. But they hit this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they get hits on 9, even hitting a giant bomb in there. So I'm sorry, I counted one defense too many, but going forward, those troops hit a spring trap in there. Still were able, though, to get at least hits on things. They didn't take them all out themselves, but great attack by NYC. Nice to get Town Hall 10 3 stars. We haven't gotten to the Laloon strategies yet. We've been trying them a little bit, but no one has it down perfected yet. So that'll be the direction we move on Town Hall 10. So moving forward from there, we're going to jump on down to 14. This was Lone, and this was an absolute beautiful attack. So I'm gonna stop for a second and kind of highlight this base. So double giant bombs are absolutely obvious right here and right here. So ideally, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to send a single hog in between these two defenses and pop one. But this base designer intelligently has defenses that are farther out. So if you tried to send a hog straight in, they would sway out this way. So Lone makes a huge investment to kind of deal with these troops. So he gets 2 loons out here. This is Archer Tower's not well defended from air defense, so those are going to do. Sends the giant into tank, followed by just enough hogs to get this Archer Tower down. So once that's done, now he can send a single hog in, free shot in, and it's going to pop one of the giant bombs and also get the clan castle pull. Ended up getting the whole pull. I think he was a little concerned, so he went ahead and sent in one more hog just to make sure. But he's got the full pull, so he goes ahead, drops his archer here for an anchor, waits for the troops to get drug over a little bit, because he will have some defenses to have to deal with, but gets them kind of drug over from there. Gonna start throwing down his barbarians, gets a couple distraction barbarians down, a couple more, then he gets his witches in, followed by his archer queen, and then the 2 wizards, and eventually they're going to take this all out. I like normally having a couple extra barbarians. It's a personal preference. It's not required. This eventually will work, but goes ahead and gets his golem in, gets some wizards down to break the trash ring. With the golem, he's going to send in his barbarian king. He's got a jump spell he's planning on using here, because there's so many wall segments. It would have taken a whole lot of wall breakers, and I'm horrible at that. His jump spell, though, and I'm not sure if he intended this or not. I think he wanted everything to go in to set off these double giant bombs, This thing's overlapped just enough though where Golem is actually and the Barbarian King are going to go in the center. Maybe that was his intention all along, but it worked out all right. Archer Queen was back sniping, was able to take out the two defenses between this double giant bomb set, so it's no longer a threat. So then he can send his Hogs in. Two fingers gets them all down. Going to one defense, it was just a speed issue trying to get them all down. He's already got a heal down, so they're going to step into heal. Probably could have been a little slower on that since there was no point defenses hitting at him, but neither here nor there. Hogs are going to kind of move through. He's going to be able to throw. Knows he has to have another heal down here, though, because there's still that single giant bomb there. So he wants to make sure his Hogs are healed right back after that. And he's got, one heal left. I think he kind of lets everything path down a little bit and then, uses his kind of final heal down here just to get these Hogs all back to full health so that they can help with cleanup and taking out the Barbarian King. So, wonderful. Had a few extra wizards in the back. I love this for a little bit of cleanup at the end, and we'll just kind of spilling this up. But that was a fantastic attack against a base that you had to be a little tricky with to deal with those double giant bomb sets. But as soon as you can plan that out and take one of those out in the set, it becomes a really easy hog raid. So great attack alone. Always like watching your work. Moving on from there, we're going to go on down to number 16. And I think this is the first time we've had Valadius on the channel. So he starts out, notices that the way the ring is, he can send in a single giant and through 5 troop space get the entire clan castle pull. So that works out really well. Goes ahead and throws a barbarian down to start kind of moving him over. Knows he's going to have defenses, so he's just kind of pathing him over from right here. So he has plenty of barbarians to be able to do that. I'd might as well have thrown these 3 all the way back in the corner. No need to get them any closer to the defense as possible. So start everything way as far back in the corner as you can. I like my wizards. Make sure you're dropping them behind the witches. A little better than getting them close. Tries to break the trash ring here, but unfortunately it's in range to the cannon. Goofs up here too, gets his Barbarian King down before the Golem. I think I was talking to him after what happened because I accidentally just misclicked it. I missed to hit the Golem and drop that, but brought enough wall breakers to get in. Once he breaks in that compartment, Barbarian King's going to go in. He's going to be able to get the ability on the Barbarian King. And the beauty is with this base, once this kind of mortar goes down here, there's a natural break now so that he can send his Hogs in. And, he's going to have a few that go down this air defense, but basically everything's going to have to path around. And as I talked a couple times in some of my war recaps, little slow on that heal there. Got to be quick on those. But he's able to keep all his Hogs together, so they're all pathing together, which makes healing so much simpler. He basically sees where the Teslas pop now. He knows he's going to have single giant bombs to deal with in each of these compartments, which, really lets him know exactly where he needs to put his heals. So he can go ahead and plan out. No need to stress of do I need to heal, do I not. You've got to heal the giant bomb, so you kind of just let the Hogs path around. When they get to the giant bomb, that's great. And so another great heal there. He's got the Golem tanking on this side, so the Expo is really not doing much damage. And that's it. That final heal, he's got it, throws it down, gets everything right back up to heal. He's brought a couple Wizzies here in the background to go ahead and throw down on some of these areas to help with the cleanup. So probably could have gotten those down just a little bit quicker. I mean, there was no concern there. And then I would have probably thrown a wizard up here at the top. He throws it over in the left just because you've got 2 storages up here, so they've got higher defense or higher health. So speed this up. Great attack by Valadius. Look forward to having a whole lot more 3 attacks for him on the channel. I've been trying to spread out these first couple war recaps to get a little bit. Everyone gets a little chance, so it's nice that I get to include everybody. And we're going to move down from here to the number 18, and this is actually another new name on the or new face on the channel. This is DK, and DK had a really great raid here. He went ahead and started, and he threw down 3 balloons here on this archer tower, along with 1 cannon or 1 hog. And I would have said, don't send the hog there. There's too many other point defenses that are not shooting at these loons that are going to be shooting at the hog. So that was probably not a necessary troop to send. So I would have gone just with the balloons. 3 was plenty to kind of get in there and take that out. One of the other things, too, I talked about in one of my attack recap is what do you use loons for? This would have been all 3 of these defenses at the bottom. It would have been ideal to use the troop space to take them out because you're going to notice they spend the entire time shooting at your kill squad. And you should have been, DK, you always want to make sure you get your your Archer Queen down as quickly as possible. As soon as you throw those witches down, Archer Queen should be the next thing you throw down because she shoots so fast. She does some of the best work helping out with the cleanup. So, even more than all these wizards you threw down, you're going to notice most of them. You guys should get a little lucky. They do a little. That was the enemy one, no wonder. Better to go and get your Archer Queen down as soon as possible. So, wall breakers get in. Golem's going in. He's sending in his wizards there to break the trash ring. Once that trash ring's broken, that means the Barbarian King has to go to the center to take out the enemy Archer Queen. So that's beautiful. Once the enemy Archer Queen's taken down, then he can send in his Hogs. And, great idea to send these Hogs from the side here. You're going to notice this side makes a lot more sense than this side because of where this mortar is. Because of this gold mine right here, you pretty much created a natural break so that the Hogs kind of have to path to the middle. Had you done the same two-finger over here, you'd have had one group go up this way and one group going down that way, so you had two to heal with. So, really good choice there. He's got those Hogs in, gets that first heal down. You always stay with your bigger group when you get a couple that scatter like that, but they kind of head to the center, they're under heal. Great idea. Overlap those heals even with all those point defenses, all those Teslas and the Expos in the core. You want to make sure you're keeping yourself under heal. Had a fairly decent group spent up here, so this is a really good place. He still had the heal left. Use that up there, and then one more heal for this last group up here, and pretty much it's cleaned up from here. Some of those extra wizards you used at the beginning, and in fact this extra loon, brought a couple more taking out these defenses. That would have helped you a lot in this attack, but I'm not even sure if he even deploys these archers. Oh, yeah, throws those archers down. But, some of those extra wizards you used at the very beginning would have been better to help for cleanup at the end. But you had plenty of Hogs. This one wasn't ever in question. It was a great attack, really well planned. So, DK, it's great to add you to the channel, and look forward to seeing more attacks. So, as I said, another a great war from Reddit Whiskey. We got... a lot of the bases 3-starred. A couple stars we left on that we probably could have cleaned up, but towards the end of it, everyone realized that we already had a perfect war, so we went from there. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and thank you very much for watching.